You declare the end from the very start. Every moment is known, every work, every part. The days are inscribed, all marked by your hand. The author of life, who establishes man. The author of life, Yahuwah reigns. It's all been written, your word remains. Through all generations, your purpose is sure. The author of life, you're true forever endure. Nations may stumble, their pride overthrown, but all that you've spoken is sure and well known. Your counsel stands firm, your promise is true. The author of life, all honor to you. The author of life, Yahuwah reigns. It's all been written, your word remains. Through all generations, your purpose is sure. The author of life, you're true forever endure. It's all been written by the work of your hand, each moment ordained by your sovereign plan. The seasons are marked by your perfect command. The author of life, sovereign of man. The author of life, Yahuwah reigns. It's all been written, it's all your word remains. Through all generations, your purpose is sure. The author of life, you're true forever endure. The author of life, Yahuwah reigns. It's all written, it's all been written. Your word remains. Generations, your purpose is sure. The author of life, you're true forever endure. It's all been written, forever ordained. Yahuwah, esteemed to his name. If my people will humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from their ways, then I will hear from Shamayim above. Forgive their transgression and heal their land with love. If my people will turn from pride and shame and call on me and my Kaddish name, if their hearts return to me in humility and seek my face continually, if their eyes will turn from evil ways and follow me all of their days, if their lips will speak with truth and care, then I will draw near and answer their prayer. If my people will humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from their ways, then I will hear from Shamayim above. Forgive their transgression and heal their land with love. people seek me with firm intent. In return from the past they went. If they revere my name with song and praise, and sing my esteem from day to day, if they acknowledge their ways and cry out to me, and guard my true route and wait on me patiently, then from Shamayim their cries I will hear above and pour out forgiveness, healing and love. If my people will humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from their ways, then I will hear from Shamayim above, forgive their transgression and heal their land with love. Yeah. And my people will turn from lies and greed and trust my counsel in every need. If they turn from darkness to my light, and their thoughts remain steadfast in my sight, if they delight in my word and my cottage ways, and pursue me diligently all of their days, then I will heal, forgive and restore, for my love and commitment endures forevermore. If my people will humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from their ways, then I will hear from Shamayim above, forgive their transgression and heal their land with love.
You spoke from the mountain in fire and sound, commanding your people to turn and be found. With heart and with being, with strength we proclaim, Yahuwah, Hallelujah, Qadash is your name. You shall love Yahuwah with all your heart, with all your being, every part, with all your strength, let nothing depart. You shall love Yahuwah with all your heart. These words shall be written deep in our soul, when we rise up and walk, your Torah is whole. We bind them as signs, they dwell on our gates. Your love is forever, your truth never waits. You shall love Yahuwah with all your heart, with all your being, every part, with all your strength, let nothing depart. You shall love Yahuwah with all your heart. Teach it to children, speak day and night, write it on doorposts, walk in the light. Hear, oh Yahusha, oh YAHUAH is one, our esteem, our refuge, our sovereign alone. You shall love Yahuwah with all your heart, with all your being, every part, with all your strength, let nothing depart. You shall love Yahuwah with all your heart. Yes, you shall love Yahuwah with all your heart. The world is calling, pulling me away. Voices of darkness trying to make me stray. But I hear the truth, a fire in my soul. Yahuwah, my YAHUAH, He's in control. I won't bow to idols, I won't chase a lie. My emunah stands, I lift my eyes. Choose this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we stand on His word. No turning back, no compromise. Yahuwah alone be esteemed on high. The road is narrow, but the path is true. Walking in His Torah, my heart is renewed. No fear of the battle, no fear of the night. Yahuwah goes before me, He's my guiding light. Choose this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we stand on His word. No turning back, no compromise. Yahuwah alone be esteemed on high. Choose this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we stand on His word. No turning back, no compromise. Yahuwah alone be esteemed on high. Every knee will bow, every tongue confess. Yahusha is Yahuwah in righteousness. We won't be shaken, we won't be moved. Standing firm, our choice is you. Choose this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we stand on His word. Choose this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we stand on His word.
Do not be conformed to this world's design, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Set your affection on what is above, not that of earth. Seek what is from Shamayim, eternal in word. Bring every thought into command, to the obedience of Mashiach firmly stand. Let the word of Yahuwah in you richly dwell. Keep it with care and guard it well. Walk in the Ruah, overcome the flesh, for the carnal mind brings distress and death. The mind of the Ruah is life and shalom. Cast out wicked thoughts, don't let it consume. Meditate on Torah day and night. Do not turn aside, guard your mind. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, keep in sight.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is righteous, whatever is pure, hold tight.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is lovely, whatever is of good report and clean.
Guard your mind.
If there is any uprightness, if there's any praise, think on these.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is true, whatever is noble, keep in sight.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is righteous, whatever is pure,
Guard your mind.
If there is any uprightness, if there's any praise, think on thee.
Guard your mind.
Be sober, be alert. Stay steady and aware. Your adversary prowls like a lion, beware. Watch and pray so that you do not enter trial. Be strong in YAHUAH. The flesh is weak and fragile. Take heed how you hear and what you receive. Hold fast to YAHUAH's truth and believe. Do not worry about tomorrow, live today. Follow the good shepherd, do not stray. Do not turn to the left or right. Love YAHUAH, your YAHUAH with all your might. Set your thoughts on YAHUAH, he is good and kind. Turn from darkness, guard your mind. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, keep in sight.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is righteous, whatever is pure, hold tight.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is lovely, whatever is of good report and clean.
Guard your mind.
If there is any uprightness, if there's any praise, think on these.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is true, whatever is noble, keep in sight.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is righteous, whatever is pure, hold tight.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is lovely, whatever is of good report and clean.
Guard your mind.
If there is any uprightness, if there's any praise, think on these.
Guard your mind. Guard your mind from the wicked and the schemes. YAHUAH rebuke Hashatana Shadim. YAHUAH rebuke every ruler unclean, every weapon formed, seen and unseen. YAHUAH intervene, overturn the regime. His throne of Shamayim, forever supreme. For his is the reign, power and esteem. From bondage, YAHUAH calls us to redeem. Every knee will bow to his decree. Every tongue will confess to his truth and agree. No power can rise and undo what will be. The rule of Mashiach is a guarantee. It's all been written and has been foreseen. The word is true, his shalom serene. Who Yahusha says free is free indeed. Guard your mind continually.
Whatever is true, whatever is noble, keep in sight.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is righteous, whatever is pure, hold tight.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is lovely, whatever is of good report and clean.
Guard your mind.
If there is any uprightness, if there's any praise, think on thee.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is true, whatever is noble, keep in sight.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is righteous, whatever is pure, hold tight.
Guard your mind.
Whatever is lovely, whatever is of good report and clean.
Guard your mind.
If there is any uprightness, if there's any praise, think on these.
Guard your mind.
A covenant sign through all generations, a day of rest from the seventh day of creation. 6 days for labor, the seventh we seize, a foreshadow of the kingdom where joy will increase. The gates will open when that day arrives. Eternal Shabbat, where forever we thrive. God the Shabbat, Kadash the day. nothing better than the living God. There's nothing better than the living God. Ask and He will give. Seek and you will find. There's nothing better than the living God. There's nothing better.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to THC with Mark and Kim. We're so glad you could join us today. On today's program, we're going to be talking about the moon. We're going to be talking about the moon, what's happening there, and we're going to talk about also where we are at in this season. The Shabbat is coming up, and we are in that season again where our day of rest is coming, so we want to make sure that you will be in that right position. You'll know, and if you got a chance to experience it, we want to hear about your experiences. We know that Shabbat or actually the Ten Commandments, His way is always the right way, and it's what's going to lead you right into the blessings of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's where your inheritance comes from, is paying attention to His name, first of all, and paying attention to that, and paying attention to the Shabbat. Outside of that, you're going to worry. You're going to worry. You're going to have concerns. You're going to have a lot of concerns because you're going to feel that nothing is there for you, nothing's working for you. But if you pay attention to His name, Scripture let us know that in that day, if you ask anything according to His name, He'll give it to you. Mm-hmm. But you have to know who your Father is. The whole world is screaming they know God. And the whole religious community is saying, be a believer. That's a lie. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be a believer. You have to know you're chosen. And when you know you are a son or a daughter of the Most High, you don't have to believe that's your Father. You know He's your Father. It's a knowing. It's not a feeling of goosebumps. And it's a knowing. When the goosebumps go away from the religious goosebumps, I call it religious goosebumps. When religious goosebumps go away, you have become awakened. So again, welcome to today, and we're glad to be here. And this is our time that we get to share this message with you, and many more messages that will come. We just don't pick Sunday just to do Sunday. This is a time where we look at it as the first day of the week. And again, what I'm saying is that this is not a church service. Right. This is our time to get together prior to starting of the new week. And this is not church. This is fellowship among the remnant. So that's who you guys are, the remnant and the chosen ones. So welcome.
Yes. Welcome. Well, okay, I got to get into some announcements real quick. Okay, so over the few weeks now, our website was down. It was down, I don't know, something happened on not our end, but the back end somewhere. But anyway, that's why it's important that you guys are tied into the app. Our app is how we communicate and explain all that. And that you could do you still be able to do your offerings if you want to do your offerings, if you want to communicate. It's the best spot to get a hold of the office is through the app. So it doesn't matter if the website go down, the app is always working. So, we was getting, hey, I can't go online and, to give my offering. I can't do that. Always use the app. So if you're not part of the app, go to the website or send the email at MFACI or contact us at mfaci.org. Say, I want to be on the part of the app, and please send me over the download to be a part of that. Of course, we're going to vet you before we do so. Because again, where we're headed and where we're going, we don't want no interruptions. We don't want to deal with none of Lucifer kids. And they're always trying to get in.
Ooh, man, they try to get in this morning. We was at breakfast. Yeah, try to get in everywhere they can.
So it's not that we don't, it's just that for us to have a safe atmosphere and a safe place for all of us that are part of the kingdom of YAHUAH, that's what we'll do. So again, if you have not gotten the link to download the app, please go to mfaci.org, click on contact us, send us an email saying who you are, blah, 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 and the email address that you would like for the app link to go to. Those that are already part of the app, but yet to complete your setup, always go to the top right screen and you'll see a little face that's, a little silhouette. Click on that and continue your setup process so you can see the actual calendar of what's going on and what we're doing. Because if you don't do that process, you still don't get access. You just got access to the app, but you don't have access to what's going on. So with that, that's all the announcements that I have to say. But let's talk about this moon here, because this moon. Yeah. So, okay. Religion. I'm gonna start here. Religion always gets us. Yes.
It has gotten us. And they're using every method. Satan is using every method to deceive us prior to. I was gonna say the sixth trump, but I'm almost certain we are in the sixth trump right now.
We have just approached him.
We're just because he's got to reveal himself according to the book of Revelation. But he is revealing himself right now. You just got to know what you're looking at, and that is the trumpet. The trumpet is like, boom, boom. I mean, it's just like it goes off. Do you remember how you got his name and how you felt? It's the same feeling. That's an announcement. And then now you go back in hindsight and you look at COVID. They probably had a word for. They call when the frogs showed up, they probably called it frog it. I'm saying, are you trying to see where I'm going?
Yes.
Instead of them saying that was a plague.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll make up
because a part of them were still bewildered, even the wicked. They were saying that when COVID hit, they were like, we never seen nothing like this before. And then other people were like, well, blaming them. And then he's like, I didn't have nothing to do with that. He probably didn't, but he was still part of it. He was going to do something with it. It's like dealing with Pharaoh's magic men when the frogs hit and all. I bet some of them got blamed too.
Right.
But YAHUAH, that was his time to wake up people at 2020. Because I've heard so many testimonies from different people around the world that said on 2020 they woke up to the name of YAHUAH. It's not, so that could not have been just a fluky thing that certain people got and certain people didn't. Now, moving forward, as we are paying attention on our daily walk, your daily walk is now has to be, you have to be grounded. You have to be grounded. You have to be committed to the name. The name will always bring you back. The day of rest will always bring you back. Those are the simplest things that can actually ground you. And being thankful. Kim does that. And I hear it a lot. We always say, Father, we thank you. And you have to stay in that mode, because as the world gets darker, this is why it says, if it were possible, even the elect would be deceived. And there's going to be a lot of people that are even shouting the name Yahuwah that are still, it's not there yet. It's not in them yet. And it says that he's going to deceive the whole world, which he has. And scripture is going to let us know that, and we can see that in Mark 13 and Luke 21 and Matthew 24. And we can see that it's not nothing to play with the last days. Okay? You can't allow the system that Lucifer did in the first earth age, if you will, to be used on you today. And you can't get caught up into today. And you have to understand that what breaks you forth is the honoring of the Shabbat. You can't say out of your mouth, one thing, and especially if you can make it happen. The Shabbat, the day of rest, is going to do it for you every time. That is where the breakthrough happens. I can't stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough. Do you remember when we started the new year? And New Year begins right there. Obviously, it's in March, but it has to go off of the moon. Okay, so we wait for that, and then when we see it, then we start our counts. And so that's why you see the word April's Fool there. Okay, but right after March 20th is where the beginning happens. And once we get there, then we look at the moon phase so we can celebrate the first Shabbat. So we did that already. Now we celebrated, but then we dealt with the 7 days. Remember the 7 days, and then went to 10, and then the 11. We weren't supposed to eat leaven. I want to talk about that leaven. I want you to park something there, because some of y'all maybe have picked up a little bit of leaven on their way. And what I mean by that is that the false doctrine. The things that you're paying attention to.
Not the unleavened, the leaven.
Right.
No, I'm just saying,
you picked up the leaven.
Yeah, the leaven.
Yeah, and the corruption that enters in. So you think that you can you think that you can do certain things, but it gets to you because your language will change. You'll get insecure about you're going back and forth. When you should know that you are a daughter of the Most High. You should know that you are a man of YAHUAH. You should know that these things, and you should know that YAHUAH has your back. He's thinking about you. He's your father. He's not letting you go. He's there. He's going to make sure that everything happens as long as you do your part. So where did you go? Where did you doubt at? Where did you get into unbelief at? Where'd you stop where you forgot how to be thankful because you didn't have a religious routine no more? Yeah, because you're just not there on every 2 or 3 days a week to put you in that bucket and let Lucifer feed you what he wants to feed you until you become programmed, and then he enslaves you under these religions. But now that you're free, you don't know what to do with yourself. And that's what's happening to a lot of people that have come in contact with today. They got free, but they don't even know what to do. They don't even know how to pray no more. They don't know how to worship no more. They don't know what to do. And so now all they do is they become you can end up becoming very materialistic. You can end up, shifting blame very easily on certain things and people. You can become very judgmental. You can be pissed off about a lot of stuff. What I mean by that is just that certain things just aggravate you, irritate you. And so you have to get grounded. Yes, we know this devil will take his head off in a minute. And a wickety split like Peter, right? Right? I get that. But as the world gets darker and everything is happening around you, like Kim would say, it's just happening around you. But it ain't happening to you.
Right.
And that's,
That's correct.
Because, you can't pay attention. Your prophet is not NBC, ABC, Fox News, whatever. Those are false prophets in every capacity. Okay? And if you are walking around believing that, that's going to carry into another area. If you walk in, there's nothing wrong with you enjoying life and being entertained. And I'm not talking about sitting in a room and doing nothing like a hermit, not going to the movies you got to know
what's your capacity.
What's your capacity to deal with? You got to know that. Yeah, you can go to your favorite restaurant, but
Yahusha
he participated in activities.
But he knew how to keep.
He's got his borders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the not borders? It's boundaries.
Yeah.
You got to set your boundaries to what you allow to enter into your heart. And I find that when I'm talking to people that knew and come in contact with Yahuwah and then see them today, what I see is that they got weaker than they were when they were actually in bondage to Lucifer. You could hear it, you could see it, and you could sense it.
Yeah, and that comes from because now
leaven.
And
this is why it starts in the beginning of the
year.
year.
It comes from the leaven, and then that leaven makes you. Well, I want to go this route. I know you're talking about leaven, but it really comes from now the accountability is on you. You can't point that accountability on the pastor or on people within inside that. See, that's why they would seem more stronger within that church wall, because they always could blame the surrounding.
Yeah, they could blame the usher. They could blame the minister, or they could blame somebody why they got out of their spirit.
So that's what makes them fall back into grabbing the leaven, because they don't want to be held accountable. So not to be held accountable, I got to grab this leaven so I can have some type of access.
But the leaven is just
the mindset and the movement of things. But
yeah. So you if you want to grab the leaven, if you will, so this leaven you get gives you this falsity, if you will. You grab it. What's wrong? Oh, you got your little thing.
Yeah.
So it's okay when the word that you have to look at, that I wouldn't say just have to look at, just be conscious of, is the unbelief. Unbelief is the destroyer of the power and the movement that you can move in Yahuwah. This is not a riddle. This is not a rhyme. Yahuwah knows when he called you and gave you that sound, now you can't unsee it, you can't unhear it. That is the most beautiful thing. Right? No man can say and no man can get credit for that. You didn't learn that at the AME, you didn't learn that at the Faith Church, you didn't learn that at anything. Yahuwah spoke. He breathed on you. Okay? But now you can't allow leaven to get in. Leaven is unbelief. Okay? And unbelief, it will grow. Then you wake up and you start feeling unstable about things. It'll grow. You don't start programming your life around those 10 commandments. See, especially those first two. Those first two are key, and especially the upcoming Shabbat. You stick to that Shabbat. He said that. We went over this, that he would promise to give you the inheritance of your forefathers. He'll get that to you. But he's going to give that to you because you honored the Shabbat. Now, people, they look at and not those watching, but the religious people take that a different way. They make it a ritual. The Shabbat is basically
a lifestyle.
just go. I mean,
I just go. I can't. I don't know. Okay, let me be a little bit more.
The Shabbat is just, you don't try to make any. You don't do any transactional business.
Yeah, I would say it's a lifestyle where you just sit and you sit and grab a hold of what you have been partaking in. I don't know.
Is that my phone?
Yes, you got to be you.
Okay.
Partake in, because there's no other time where you have that time where you can sit back and actually the presence of Yah sits on you differently. Yeah, you have your normal day to day, but just in that Shabbat time, it's a different atmosphere. If you're truly going and allowing that atmosphere to hit you the way it's supposed to hit you, you learn certain things when you're in that Shabbat that you don't learn on another day. I don't care anybody say, is there something about that day that I don't know how to explain, but something about the Shabbat, you just, something goes on in that time period. And it's
interesting because it starts when at sundown hits.
Yeah. It's
and it feels like it's not. It's easier because you don't feel the whole 24 cycle.
Right.
But when you come out of it, I'm like alert. I'm like really alert. Mm-hmm. You'll see me on my church phone or church what do you call it? Facebook.
Yeah.
But anything you got to do with business or any kind of transactional thing, I'd shut that off. That's 24 hours. I don't. They don't care. Nobody can call on that. I'm done. And it's intentional because in that scripture, that would be considered work. So that's why the day of rest is he worked, right? And as you go back and look at what kind of work he did, it was creative work. It was creative. 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 So anything creative, you got to shut down. Okay, that's not talking about food, right? But the hopes are that in that time frame that you pay attention, you meditate on his name, you meditate on his ways, and when you do that and you come out, that launches you, and there's things that happen that you don't even have to set up because he will bring it to you. He would actually bring it to you. I remember in Christianity, they would say, men will give into your bosom, right? And a lot of that, in hindsight, it just goes because you got natural skills or talents, right? You just naturally, or some people are natural outgoers. Some people are introverts, right? Some people get promotions just based on skills and talents. And a lot of that Lucifer he'll crack some of those doors because he needs to keep you stuck to him. And he was doing that to anybody that was, and still to this day, serve that Christianity word and serve JC name. And anything that's around that, Lucifer is embedded into that because he said, I want to be like the Most High. That's right. So he's getting everybody to worship him through using the word God. And what's so crazy is that a lot of those people that still know YAHUAH, you're still saying God. Yeah, God this and God that and Lord this and Lord that. And you got a habit of still doing it. And what's happening is that you can never underestimate Lucifer. That is the biggest mistake. You know what? I heard Mike Tyson say. Now, it's Mike Tyson. I mean, I know that most of us here, you guys heard Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson said, the only two people you got to worry about is the devil, and he used G-O-D. Right? He said, you got to play to one of them. You got to use he says, and he was talking to another boxer. He was telling the boxer that when he got in the ring, he had to know that one of those guys got his back. He said, you got to pick one because you can't pick two. Now, Mike is telling him this. Mike don't know YAHUAH is the man on the moon. But he's got it in, whatever. It's not me to decide. But he told this boxer, if he picked, which he thinks is YAHUAH, God, because that's what he said. He says, and Mike was saying, don't you ever think, he goes, that devil got you wired. He knows you better than you know yourself. Don't you ever think about beating him. Mike said, there ain't no way you can beat him because that's his mentality. But if you sit back and listen to the baby in him, the innocence in him, the deceived one in him, he had that to say to a guy on how to win. He knew that the way not to win was to stay away from that guy, stay away from Lucifer. Hashatan is what they call him. And he don't even have that yet. He don't even have that breath of YAHUAH on him. And when people do, and they go back and they start chewing on the things that even a guy like Mike Tyson said don't do, and the person with YAHUAH does do, you end up going right back into that same cycle again. And then now, listening to, You think your vote is important. You think that all these things are important. You think that you're, just everything. One thing after another. You think you're a citizen. You don't got blood rights. It's just all these things that we have been engrafted with. All of our answers will come through the voice of Yahuwah. Mm-hmm. So today, we experienced something I want to share with you. Were any of you up at 5 o'clock this morning on the West Coast? If you were, and you looked up in the sky today,
this morning,
you would have saw the moon going down in Newport Beach. The moon. Mm-hmm. You would have saw the moon going down in the West Coast. Yes, that's correct. Why is that? Can somebody type in for me, why is that? Why is the moon going down in the West Coast? Are we seeing what has been prophesied? Are we seeing certain things? This is why Yahuwah told Abraham, look up, and always, because the man can't stop it. Mm-hmm. One thing that Satan can't stop, he can't stop the hand of Yahuwah. That moon will tell you everything was going on inside the planet. Period. And do you know that, so I have a compass on my phone. So I pointed to the sun.
The moon.
I'm the moon. And I looked at the degrees on it. It was so interesting. It comes up 288. Okay? So it's 288 degrees southwest. Mm-hmm. It's not fully west. It was southwest, pointing at 288 degrees. Now, numbers are important. You take 288, you don't say where is that in the Bible, but you convert it into Hebrew language, and it says the Garden of Eden. It said the Garden of Eden. Like, if I were to go, okay, so when you understand something, when you pay attention and you're alert, mm-hmm. Yahweh will show you things. Now, the next thing I'm about to tell you, you're going to believe, but you're going to be in unbelief. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's because the books that we can read or that have been hidden from us, and this is going back to the 11, books have been hidden from us, so we don't understand that there are real portholes. That's not scientific. That's not, that's not Hollywood. Right. Hollywood got the word porthole out of the book.
Propaganda.
Yeah, propaganda. Mm-hmm. There is portholes. In fact, there are 6 portholes that deal with both the moon, mm-hmm. and the sun. Mm-hmm. Okay? And they think they will see certain things, but they're not. They're seeing openings of the porthole. Mm-hmm. And I'll talk to you about that because this is what happened this morning. So the moon was up at 5 o'clock. Kim goes, hey, Mark, come look at this. And we go, wow, it's beautiful. It's almost a full moon.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's not full yet.
Not full yet.
Right.
But the point where it's sitting at is very important because wherever it sat, this is how Abraham was able to determine certain things. Mm-hmm. So I have a compass. I pewed it right in the middle of the sun. So the sun's like this. So I hit the middle of the sun with my compass. Mm-hmm. 288. Okay? So imagine they would do stuff on the ground and they would hit that thing on the ground, mm-hmm. and they would do this and do a circle, mm-hmm. and when they point it to the middle of it, then they would use number system to determine how Yahuwah was speaking to them through numbers, mm-hmm. and vision. That's how they did it.
That was their time clock.
There was a time clock. That's how they did it. Mm-hmm. And the numbers mean something. Mm-hmm. So I pulled up the number 288. I see the Garden of Eden. Mm-hmm. So I go back. I need to grab my other phone. Kim goes outside. Now I'm looking at the moon. Up, in my area. I'm looking at the moon. My eyes are looking. Kim goes outside, And she says, Mark, the moon is gone. I said, no, it's not. I'm looking at it right here. She says, no, it's gone. I said, honey, you have to go,
Go behind it.
go over it. It's maybe you're. She said, no, I'm out here. I said, honey, I'm looking at the moon right here. We're in two different places. We're both connected, so we both can hear. And we both were sitting out there looking. I'm going, no, it's right there. She goes, no, it's not. I go, yes, it is. I'm looking at it right here. So I go downstairs. I walk outside. I look up. About 3 seconds later, I go, what the heck? Where'd it go? Okay. So I go back to the place where I was at. I said, I'm just going to videotape this for you. And I got ready to raise up my video camera, and it was gone. Right? It didn't dissolve.
There was no
Poof. Now, what happens is that, in most people, if you don't understand certain other books, Jubilee, Enoch. So in Enoch 74 through Enoch 80, it talks about the 6 portholes, how the sun will appear, and it does it in its season.
Well, we got to tell them.
Okay. I don't want to go through that too much.
No, but we got to tell them the reason why we ended up doing all what we're doing because we couldn't believe, we our brains didn't connect. Like we looking at the moon here, less than 2 seconds.
Yeah, less than 2 seconds.
I know it was less than 2 seconds.
Yeah, it took me probably less than about 3 seconds to get where I was at.
Stairs,
yeah, I was got to run, but I was back in that spot by 3 seconds. And we were at the same time looking at the sky at the same time. You were outside, I was inside. Well, I was inside, and I'm looking directly at it, and she was outside, and she saw nothing.
I had to come back in because I was yelling. I said, "Ooh, I forgot we're in the."
So I'm looking at one, and and then by the time I get back, it's absolutely gone.
Absolutely
so my eyes,
my
eyes is looking at it, and it's there, and your eyes looking at it, and it's not there.
Right.
And I'm going, no, I'm looking at it right now. We're in 2 different locations. I'm thinking that the roof blocked it, but the roof didn't block it. It wasn't there when I went out to look with you. So now it was funny because last night or the night before last, I was reading in Enoch about the portholes and stuff, and it gave me all the answers to what all these other people are saying is that they're saying it's all this stuff because we know that it's a light. Just stay Genesis chapter 1. It's a light.
Right.
But the beautiful thing of talking about this
is the beautiful thing.
The beautiful thing is that it all goes back to the Shabbat. It all goes back to the day of rest. It all goes back to the calendar of YAHUAH and how he uses the moon for his calendar for seasons and signs. So I'm looking at 288. It's talking about the garden.
Southwest.
That's Southwest the garden. And now they're finding out that not only did they lie about the calendars and the times and even the locations.
Right.
And so my map studies are now, and so I've been studying maps again for about a year plus. And let me tell you, when I tell you, I'm not just going over there. I'm just looking at the map, y'all. These jokers done lied. I mean,
completely.
It's not even like it's
reverse.
It's not even like, oh, I made a mistake.
Right.
Kind of a lie. It's like, or I wasn't. I was correct, but I was incomplete.
No.
This is like. It's not even blatant. Blatant is not even a word for it. This is grotesque lie. Like belligerently. I can't even find a word, but other than the word what YAHUAH would say, evil generation. An evil generation that doesn't want YAHUAH's children to find out the truth. So it's what'd you say? Belligerent? I can't. All the kind of words that you wouldn't think of. It's like a savage. And then you can see the signature of Lucifer all in it. Right? And then you can see those of Lucifer's kids that took advantage of it. And then the descendants of Lucifer, if you will, or Hashatan, his kids took advantage of it. And then you can see the other different cultures, how they plugged into it because they wanted that. Right. And then you can see the worship behind the men. You can see all of that. And then now they're just all moving in it and they're all just greedy about it. And at the end of the day.
And then when you go into read into the Basora and you're like,
yeah, you read into the Basora, and then you find out in through the other books that they really need it. And
they really need it. That's why they took them out.
That's why they took them out. And they should teach the Christians that those were, something was wrong with those.
Nothing wrong with those.
Nothing wrong with Jubilees. Nothing wrong with Enoch. Nothing wrong with Esther.
Those are the foundational history.
That tells you how they think and what they do and why they did what they did. Mm-hmm. And you would know there wasn't 365 days. You would know there was 364. You know that there was 30-day calendar. Mm-hmm. You would know that the moon is the time clock. Mm-hmm. Instead of thinking, oh, that's horoscope, witchcraft stuff. Mm-hmm.
And the stars. They didn't want you to pay attention to stars.
The witchcraft stuff is the Christianity. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pray for you.
Right.
Or I'm going to, or, remember we used to always say, well, pray for yourself. Right. Why do you want to?
Yeah, well, I got to, yeah.
Yeah. And so we were saying, even a lot of you, we were saying, well pray for yourself. Okay, right. I can't pray for you. We can come in agreement. But remember, how are you going? My wife can pray for me.
Right.
What you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. But it falls back to what I was saying earlier, because it was so simple to not want the accountability.
Accountability, yeah.
Because now you're held accountable for
your actions, yeah.
But yeah, in Christianity,
they don't want the accountability.
So they'll use anything and everything.
And everybody.
Just so they don't have to have that accountability.
They just don't want accountability.
They don't want the accountability.
Yeah.
And I
just don't want the accountability. So that's why they feast. They feast on without the accountability. That's why they feast on 11.
Yeah.
So when we start,
and that's why they feast on acts.
Do acts, rituals. I'll do the rituals will make me look good. Mm-hmm. The rituals make me look good when I say I'm a Christian. Yeah, yes. When I say believe in God. Yeah. When I use God name, because like we were out, we had breakfast together, and then so this, me, I don't usually mess with people when they read the Bible anymore, but I said, so what are you reading?
He messed with him.
Let's mess with him. So what are you reading? And then he goes, oh, I'm reading the book of Psalms. I know you don't read. I just want to know what you do. Right. So he starts going into, we're having church right now since you asked.
Who's we?
Yeah.
No, y'all wasn't where we was at. So I'm sorry.
But that's what he said. That's what the gentleman said. Kim was in line. I just asked. He goes, well, we're having church right now since you asked, because, 2 or more together. Ooh.
I'm so glad for.
And so, but I want to ask because this is what I got out of it.
He tormented himself.
I tormented myself for a minute to see where he was gonna go, and I go, oh. Do you guys remember the term? Hey, wait, listen. Hello, you guys, watch this. So, do you remember the term familiar spirits? Aha. What is a familiar spirit? A familiar spirit is the one that says you can walk in the mall, somebody will say church, and then they lock onto it. Mm-hmm. Or I'm a Christian, or I'm one too. Mm-hmm. Right? And so they find themselves familiar. And when the preachers would say familiar spirits was something else, when in reality, Hashatan, he hid himself. Mm-hmm. He hid himself in Christianity. Mm-hmm. So Christianity is the familiar spirit because that's connected to the mark of the beast. That is the mark. Mm-hmm. That's the sound that YAHUAH said that they would have in the latter days. Mm-hmm. They'll be familiar with, if you say something about somebody sitting in the corner reading the Bible.
Yeah, they connect to it.
They connect to it. And that's that's Lucifer. That's his spirit. That familiar spirit that wants to trap you in that conversation and lock you into it. Mm-hmm. I think I had a testimony recently. I don't know if she's on here or not. Adrian.
I didn't see her.
Adrian's not there, okay. But I'm going to tell you all about what happened to Adrian. Adrian was at her shop, and some guy and some older lady came in. This is so funny, you guys. Some guy came in who's a preacher and came in with his mother-in-law, so to speak, or mom. She was a lot older woman. And when they enter into her place of business, they said, "We're on TikTok live right now." Right? So, and the guy comes in and says, "Jesus sent me here. And I have a word for you today. And I can see that since your childhood, your father," she starts going into this, what he thinks is prophecy, which is witchcraft.
Right.
Now, Adrian, she said she paused for a moment. And she started looking around. And I can just imagine. She said she started looking around. She said, "This got to be a joke." She says, "Somebody gonna pop out." It could be Pastor.
It might be a
It might be Kim. It might be something. Who gonna pop? Is this somebody? What king is playing a joke on me? I know this guy ain't up in my business talking about JC right now. I know he's not in my business talking about JC right now. So Adrian's pot, she let the guy go on for a while. She said, "This has got to be a prank. I just know he is not up in my business talking to me about some JC. Ain't nobody gonna test me on who YAHUAH is today. Who is up in, where they cover? This gotta be the king from the house. This guy, I'm finna show him," but it did. Adrian asked before she started talking, "Is this a prank?" Making those stories short, she chewed up the dude and obviously left. But that's the first part of that, her story. If you want that, you got to go ask her about it. She'll tell you about it. But again.
And now they try to use TikTok like you're going to be intimidated.
To not say Jesus. To not say Jesus.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you, man.
Matthew 24 talks about a few things that we've talked about before.
Oh man.
And we're going to go into that in just a moment. But hey, you guys, it's important that as you're listening, you're hearing, about the leaven. The leaven is anything you can feast on in the world system that stops you from believing in what YAHUAH has for you. Mm-hmm. You don't have to plan everything. All you have to do is honor his name and enjoy the Shabbat. The Shabbat is going to be here on the 7th. Got it? 7th at sundown. I'm heavily in travels personally, but guess what? I'm supposed to be where I'm supposed to be on the 8th. I wonder if I'm going to be there. No! The event does not end until I think the 8th or 9th. But guess where I'm coming on the 7th? And I guess how much I didn't care if they cared. I'm going to be back in my home at 7 honoring the Shabbat. And when it's over, I will go to another location and to do the Zoom call, Zoom in, but I'm definitely not going to be there.
So he's zooming out and he's
going
to zoom in.
I'm gonna leave that state, come home, and then I will catch them on the Zoom call. Unless I physically have to be there, we'll make the decision at that time. But I'm leaving. I'm gone. I'm out. I will not be there. I will not explain. I'm not going to be there. I just told them I cannot be there. They go, "Hawaii." I just cannot be there. I have to be back. I have to be in a place by 6 o'clock.
And it's funny. Don't ask him why you ain't no employee.
But that's why I even play. And this is reason too. And you don't even have to. When the children of Israel went in their houses and put the blood up on the doorpost, they didn't explain to a person. Why am I going to explain to Lucifer's kid where I'm going to be?
Exactly.
Is YAHUAH going to explain to himself why he's showing up? He's never, there's no explanation in his language to explain to Lucifer or their kids.
And the reason why he picked the evening to when it takes place, because of the clock of the moon, but also so you could prepare for the day. So you could make provision to get all what you need to do.
The evening, what does it say? The evening and the day, or the day and the evening was the first day.
Right.
Yeah.
So Shabbat begins on the 7th, which is between 5:30 and 6, whenever time that sun goes down.
It'll go about 7:15.
Yeah, it all depends on the season.
Yeah, depends on the season.
Because that's important too. Depends on the season. So that's why you always got to pay attention to.
This is the second one. This is the second one of the new year. Since March. No, third one. This is the third one.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah,
what was?
So this is the third. This is the third one.
We're going into the fourth one because it's June. Fifth one.
Fourth. It's not fifth. It's the fourth. Wait,
no, April. Okay, not January's new. We're talking about the beginning of. It's the third one of our actual new year.
Yeah, it's the third one of our new year.
Yeah, I know. I said not the January one. yeah. So it's actually the third and the fifth, per se, of the people that's out there.
I don't even count that.
Yeah, I know.
The third one.
Yeah, it's the third one.
The third Shabbat of
from
the
April.
year from Yahuwah's calendar.
Yeah.
But but again, guys, write that down. The 7th, and it will be on the calendar. Yes, you have it on the calendar. Right, you'll have it on the calendar. The MFX, the house calendar.
Yeah, it's on the calendar. Everything's on the calendar.
It's on the calendar. So again, at that time, no transactional, no scenarios there. All right, and remember, it's the 11. This is why the study of the 11 in the beginning of the calendar year. That's why he wants you to go 7 days so it sticks in your head. Because if you just focus on getting that leaven out, and that's really unbelief in its purest form, which is sin. All right, because remember, Matthew 24 tells us, take heed that no man deceives us. For many shall come in that day and say they are anointed and shall deceive many. Okay, and that's what's being done today. The 6th trump, Lucifer, Hashatan, is very smart. He's not going to come in with a bang and an alert that I'm here, because the scripture doesn't tell us that in Revelation, but it does say that the man of sin will be revealed. But how? In the revealing of how? Well, if a tree pops up, it reveals itself, but you cannot hear it. So Satan is in the details right now. He's confusing the nations. The nations are getting caught lying. Right? Now they want to come up with, try to get you to move to aliens. They want to try to get you to move. They're trying to give you fear. You think there's some type of being. You questioning that there's another type of species without the hand of Yahuwah. That right there is an insult to Yahuwah right there. Yahuwah creates everything. Satan has no creative ability.
Say that again.
Satan can't create nothing. He can only manipulate.
And that's what he wants to embed in that, and put that fear that he can create.
And what's so sad is that you look at and you believe that people went to the moon. You believe that you can get past the firmament. You believe that there's another species somewhere. You believe, you get into people that you get your scientific family members know. They don't know crap. They are unbelievers, blind, deaf. Most on the earth, according to scriptures, Matthew, are innocent. But innocent people say stupid stuff. So you have to understand that even the people that you love the most can be unbelievers. And they can be sensitive to your belief, but not believe what you believe. And you have to do that. Like I had some of my relatives, we're all the men, my phone numbers is now attached to all of our men in the family. And so it goes from Florida to New York to Chicago. I don't know, we're just all in this few hundred men. Okay. And I'm seeing, this is the prayer I use. And use this prayer, and this prayer, and this prayer. And all of the men, and I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it. All of the men on this thread, ain't nobody saying Yahuwah. So I know I don't see it as a sign for me to prophesy. I see it as these are all the men that are blood related. And I don't know how many's on there. There's at least a couple hundred. But we built it over the last few years. They would say, we don't want to lose contact with our bloodline. So all the men put all their was putting all their men in there, and some are and they're putting their sons and their uncles and everything. And so this is how we're talking about our family tree, whatever. And so we're all on this thread, and then the oldest ones are the ones that send out messages to all of us, and then there's comments in between that, and it's all friendly. There's nothing, what do you call it? Pushing down.
Friendly?
I don't respond.
I was thinking, Mark.
I just don't respond. I just read.
I'm like, you friendly?
I just read.
Oh.
And the words that they're using are all, and this is what y'all was.
What they was raised.
What they was raised to say. Mm-hmm. So the Ruach hasn't hit them like that, and so I would say all of them were, if YAHUAH terrorists, they most likely will go because a lot of them are older. Mm-hmm. I don't want to interrupt that.
Right.
Let them find out when they get there.
And they're way older.
They're way older. So you're talking, 80s, and I think there's even up close to a 90 in there. Mm-hmm. But the majority of them were 70s, right? 60s, 70s, and then 40s and 50s. I think we got down to early 30s and like that. But they're in there, and some of them I don't even know, but I know we're related.
Buddy's in there?
No, I wouldn't put my son in there. My son don't need to be reading that stuff. I did not put Buddy in that one. No.
I didn't think so.
But my brothers are in there. But they all doing God. God, LORD.
Maybe they wait for you to. They probably say, "Is he going?"
And it's a trip because I'm the only one that can say YAHUAH, and I ain't saying nothing.
No, let
you
them
know what I mean?
do.
No, I'm gonna let them go.
Yeah, because
go ahead.
Why be the stress of their
If I say I could just put out one quote,
yeah,
and that whole thing will just blow up.
Yeah,
and then it just won't be worth it because it's some of the first times.
And that's not what YAHUAH will instruct anybody to do something, but if, like you said, leave them, let them be. Let them
be.
Like I got this. Let them.
And that's what I'm going back to. That if you own, because you can have your own family members that do not believe like you, and you have to know how to deal with that because they're feasting on leaven still, which is unbelief, and then now they're talking like they believe, but they really don't believe because if they really believe, they wouldn't have the questions they have. You never have to question YAHUAH's timing because YAHUAH's going to do whatever he's going to do in his timing. You might have a skill set that you just like to just run into the ground. But you never have to question YAHUAH's ability to perform when you are performing. Honoring his name and keeping his day holy. Not just holy, separating his day. And that's all he's asked you to do. Everything else will come naturally. That's what I got on here. And we were going to talk about Matthew 24 because that's the deception area. That's what we're seeing today. All the news, the movies, television, things like that, things that are out there is pulling people away. And as you start seeing, which Luke 21 talks about the signs in the sky, right? And the stars, men's hearts failing for fear for the things that are coming up on the earth. And the powers of heaven will be shaken. The moon will not give light, things like that. It's okay. It's supposed to happen. But one thing is, I'm almost certain Lucifer is here in the natural. I cannot prove it yet, but I know it's above 5. If I had a 1 to 10, I'm at a 5 right now. Oh. I am not surprised. All right.
That's why it's going slow.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and I think that's it. If you have anything that you want to say,
you didn't do 24.
Yeah, well.
No, just tell them what you were going to talk about, Matthew 24. So
Matthew 24?
We don't have to read it. Just tell them because you told me.
No, I already went over it.
Okay.
I was just telling them about that. That's, making sure that no man deceive them. What's in there, it just says that in verse, if you go to verse 10, it talks about how many will be offended in Matthew 24, and they shall betray one another. And they shall begin to hate one another. And it says, because many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. So remember it says false prophets. That's all the ones that you see on these television shows. And and you remember in Hebrews, I always had this thought like, be careful about angels, because you can entertain them. And now they finding out through just basic stuff, you know, is that guy an angel? Is she an angel? But don't be surprised. 7,000 of them are here. They can't get out of the firmament. They can't leave. The only ones that are locked up are 10 of them that were the worst ones. They were locked up with Lucifer. Those ones were locked up. So when Lucifer arrives, it's those 10. They're going to control the 7 continents. This is all Book of Revelations. We haven't gotten there yet, but that's why I said chances are it's 50-50 that he's physically here. His presence is here without a doubt. The 7,000 fallen angels are definitely here, and the 7,000 fallen angels would want to be worshipped. So wonder who those are.
Who are those that want to be worshipped?
So they would have talent characteristics that no other human would have. Mm-hmm. They would have abilities to do things that no other human can do. They would have all those abilities, and they would be worshipped. So you got to pay attention. They could be a preacher too. Mm-hmm. They could do signs and wonders. They got certain things, and if you notice that, I don't want to get it. There are some people that got raw talent. Patti LaBelle. Mm-hmm. But she's a singer that somebody can teach that up to a point. Mm-hmm. You follow? Mm-hmm. But then there's people that can sing, or I'm not going to mention names. There's people that can sing that ain't nobody close to. Like, there ain't even nothing on the scale. Mm-hmm. Right? And then you can take that to acting. You can take that to sports. You can take that to anything. Where the possibility of somebody being that good, the gap is too far. 7,000 angels. When Yahusha shows up, when Yahuwah shows up at the seventh trump, the 7,000 die instantly. Mm-hmm. He don't even talk to them. Right? All the angels, they're just gone. Boom. He don't even give them a voice. Mm-hmm. The one he keeps alive is Hashatan. That's the one he keeps alive. Satan. Because Satan is the son of perdition. He's the first one that will perish. And so that's why he's kept. And this is the part that I like. All right.
Okay.
All right, guys, so that's it for today. Did you guys get anything out of this before we go? Put your comments in. And we'd like to hear from them. Jamie, that's 10 bad angels. And it's 7 continents. You know, there's 7 continents around the world. Mm-hmm. So Revelation chapter 13 describes those. They use animals, but if you look at those animals, they are flags. They're nations. And the wound to the head. Do you guys know the wound to the head that happened? The wound to the head of the beast. What's the beast? The beast is the beast and the whore. Okay? Mm-hmm. Those are talking about nations and movements of the beast. The beast is not one person. The beast is the system. It's mostly all the presidents and all the royal families and all the people that control everything. That's what it's talking about. The beast is the whore. The wound to the head is the exposure of their system. Mm-hmm. That system is controlled by Lucifer, where they're the pedos and you guys said Epstein files, if you will, but just anything in that area of murder and blood and sacrifice that has to do everything with Baal worship. The Christianity helps that by putting people in the church buildings and telling them to worship Baal. Then Satan triggers them then makes them go into a rebellious state. Then they go out into the world and participate with those who hang crosses on their chests and crosses on their ears and crosses on their clothes. And the same cross that they worship in Hollywood with, they just serve a different face of the same deity, which is Hashatan, which is God. Just different shape. There you go. It's right there, right in front of us.
So you got to not feast on the world system. That's the leaven, because you're taking in a doctrine, you're taking in a belief system that's going to get you off of track. So, any comments?
Nothing. Okay.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Again, enjoy the Shabbat. It's coming up on the 7th. And enjoy it. The best is yet to come. We're Mark and Kim joining you right here on THC. Be blessed. We love you and your families. And always enjoy who he is. Scripture tells us that in in Galatians chapter 3, if you be in the Mashiach, you're Abraham's seed and heirs according to the promise. We love you. Bye-bye.